Hello, Knox Village family. This is Steve again. Well, I'm out here at the lake at Knox Village. It's a beautiful day, absolutely beautiful. A little bit windy again, but that's okay. At least it's a lot warmer than it has been here recently, and I hope I don't jinx things by saying how perfect it is today. Anyway, a couple of videos ago, 1 or 2 videos ago, I said we had some exciting news to tell you about, and that day has come. Chef Roderick has asked me to come over and taste test some British sausage recipe that they've been working on. Now, you're all probably familiar with the bangers and mash that they have on the menu there. It's a great dish, and obviously a traditional British dish. Now, Chef, they've basically bought a sausage making machine over there, so they can formulate their own recipes for their own sausage. Now, Chef called me a week or 2 ago and said, "Steve, you're British. Can you come help me with this recipe?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I can. That's fantastic. I'd love to be involved." So today we're going to taste test the recipe, the first recipe they've got for that. I sent him a few different recipes that I found that for me basically is the traditional recipe for a British sausage. He's been working on that, Chef's been working on that with a few of the cooks over there on that recipe, and today we're going to go over and taste test it. They've not put it into the casings yet. It's basically a pan of the sausage, Chef was telling me, but they're gonna scoop that and make patties out of it and cook it on a flat top so we can try it and make sure that the flavor profile there is correct. And hopefully it is, but we'll see. If today we find out that it's not quite right, Chef will tweak that a little bit and get it right. And just to let you know, the sausage that you typically find over in England or the UK in general is a little bit different from sausage you find here. It's a much finer grind. There's more spices in there, not hot spices, just many more different spices involved in that recipe. And as I say, this is a traditional sausage recipe that you would see in Britain. So what the plan is they can make that sausage themselves whenever they need to. It's going to be used mainly on the bangers and mash that is available on the menu there over at Stories Public House. As I say, many of you have probably tried that dish already, but it's going to be so much better and healthier actually, because we're formulating our own sausage blend. There's none of the additives put in there to help preserve that sausage meat. We're actually doing it all from scratch. I believe he's got Italian sausage he's working on as well, and also many more sausage recipes that they want to do. So that is fantastic. Thanks, Chef, for getting me involved. And this is the exciting news. So anyway, let's go over there and go meet Chef this morning and go taste this sausage and see how it's kind of coming along. Let's go do it. Good morning, Chef. How are we doing today?
Fantastic, Steve. How are you, sir?
I am great. So, as I said in the introduction, we are here to test some sausage meat today.
Yes.
And try this recipe that we've been working on. Well, you actually came to me with this, me being British, and you wanted to basically make those British bangers that we have on a bangers and mash recipe for the restaurants here much better and improve it, right?
Yes.
And you guys sourced a sausage machine. You're going to make your own sausage. So
yes, we did.
This right here we've got some Italian sausage that the chefs and the cooks here have already kind of made up.
Yeah, it's a Italian sausage, much lower in sodium, but full of flavor. We were previously buy this product, but we thought, hey, let's make it better, less sodium, so it's a little bit more nutritious for our residents.
And we have complete control over what goes in that sausage.
Yes.
And that's fantastic.
Yeah,
to be able to do our own sausage, that's fantastic.
Yes, fresh garlic, fresh herbs. It's delicious.
And you were telling me this is going to go on a special today.
Yeah, this is actually going to be the Italian sausage that is going to be on our special today. We're going to take it and slice it down. The special is pasta tossed with Italian sausage, roasted garlic cloves, sun-dried tomatoes, and olive oil. Phenomenal.
All right. So probably by the time this video comes out, the residents would have already tried this, because I'm not sure we're going to get this video out today. But it'd be interesting to see what the residents thought about that, and we could try and get some feedback from some of them. Would be great, right?
That would be wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. So the British sausage, we're at the kind of first stage with this. Chef actually called me and said, Steve, I want you to get involved in this because we want to get this recipe right. Now, me being British, I kind of know what the sausage is supposed to taste like, and I helped Chef get a recipe together for this. And this is the first time we're looking at it right now. So what are we going to do, Chef? We're going to cook up some of this so we can taste it?
Yeah, what we're going to do is we want to make sure we have our flavor profile right.
Yeah.
We're going to be checking for, make sure it's not salty. We want to be sure that it's not too peppery. We have flavors of mace, ginger, and a little bit of thyme. And
there's lots of, I mean, the British recipe for sausage, there's a lot of lots of different spices in there. Pretty mild flavors though, nothing too heavy, right?
Yes.
And the grind of the British sausage is a little bit different. It's a little bit finer than the other sausages you typically find.
Yes.
So this is where we're at, so we're going to try it. Chef's going to cook up a little bit here and we're going to try it out.
Yeah, it's very important on all of our dishes, whether you're making homemade hamburgers or marinating chicken or seasoning chicken, it's good to just cook off a small piece to taste your flavor profile. That way you can go back and adjust it.
Yeah.
You can't add or adjust your seasoning once it's cooked.
Right.
So we're gonna make a couple of 2-ounce patties here.
Okay.
Which we're gonna throw in our skillet. Actually, I think I'm gonna cook these on our flat top.
Okay.
And cook them up pretty fast to taste the flavor profile.
All right, and if we're happy with these today, that recipe is a winner, and we're gonna come back another time and show basically how we get from this right here into this right here using the sausage machine, and then that'll be the next stage on this one. But this is taste testing today.
All right.
All right, Chef, let's go cook it up. Yeah, right. I'll follow you.
All right. This is our sausage stuffing machine. If you're interested in seeing that.
Yeah. That's a pretty swanky looking machine and pretty heavy duty by the looks of things.
Yes, it allows us to grind the sausage and all the other ingredients, grind it, and then we mix the seasoning in our mixer here with our paddle. Then we go back and we stuff it.
Okay, and we're going to see that process another time here. We'll tag that onto this video so you can see that happening.
What we're looking for is we're looking for a nice hot spot.
All right. How long is that going to take to cook, Chef?
This should take probably about 2 or 3 minutes.
All right. So we will cut the video and we will come back when it's time to taste test. We'll see you in a minute.
Okay, here's the moment of truth.
Let's look at that, yeah. All right. And this is the very first time that I'm going to taste this sausage right here. So let's give it a go, Chef. Let's see what we think, right?
Yes, sir.
The texture seems to be there, that's for sure. All right. Still might be a little bit more salt there.
Okay.
But the flavor,
is the texture right?
yes. Yes.
Because we have a fine ground pork, which based on our research, that was one of the key ingredients that have a nice fine ground pork.
I think the flavor is there. I just think maybe a little bit heavy on the salt. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so there.
I think everything else is good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That tastes like what it's supposed to.
All right.
Just maybe a little too much on the salt.
Okay. Well, what we'll do, we'll rectify that by grinding some more pork and incorporating that into it and see if we can balance that out. What we have here is about 20 pounds of ground pork, and we will possibly add another 2 to 3 pounds of it and mix it up and see if we can balance out that saltiness.
Okay.
And leave the other flavor profiles the same.
Yeah, I think the rest of the spices that you put in there, the flavor is there for sure. Yeah, and the grind is right, like you said, a finer grind on that meat.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
Outstanding.
I'm excited.
Well, this will be coming soon to our Stories Public House menu. We currently have the bangers on there, but we're going to take it to a whole nother level. Served with mashed potatoes, peas, and a little bit of onion gravy.
That onion gravy is what makes that dish perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. That, I mean, for me, coming from England, that is like our comfort dish right there. That bangers and mash. It's so good. So I'm excited that you guys wanted to get this sausage like super great and homemade, basically, and to our own recipe that we formulated. And thank you for getting me involved in it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
It's really exciting to be involved in this. And yeah, get me back when the next stage, when you've got it perfected.
Yes.
I'll come back again and we'll have another taste test, and then we can see it being stuffed into the casings, right?
Yes.
Because that'd be exciting to see that sausage coming out of that machine.
Oh yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Takes a little skill.
Yeah, I bet it does. That'd be interesting to see that. So thanks again, Chef. And of course, I'm going to come back and we're going to have that dish plated at the end, the sausage and mash. And I'm going to eat that for my lunch. You'll probably come over here and try that.
All right.
And we'll make sure it is all perfect before the residents try it, right?
Exactly.
All right. Thanks a lot, Chef.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right. We are back over here in the Meadows kitchen with Chef and Maria. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we are now at the exciting stage where we are actually going to stuff these the British sausage meat into the casings. So let's watch how this happens right now. So let's go.
All right.
So what happens first, guys?
Well, what we do, what we have done is we have taken a recipe that, with your assistance, we've created.
Yep.
And we have a mixture here, so we have it here in the top of our hopper. We have sausage casings, which would have, Maria has strung onto our sausage piping attachment.
And this is this new fancy sausage stuffing machine that you guys just got a little while ago.
Yes, so far we've made Italian sausage on it, veal sausage, and now we're about to make the bangers.
Yeah, all right. So I'm obviously very excited about this point here. I'm excited for him to come out of this machine, and we're gonna cook some of this up, and we're gonna try it at the end here, right?
Yes, sir.
Because I know we when we tasted it the last time we were here, we thought there was a little too much salt in it. So you've changed that recipe slightly, and we're gonna taste it again here in just a minute. So
yeah, it takes a little communication.
Yeah.
So that I don't press too much of the sausage through.
And you guys just going nice and steady, not too fast. And Maria is twisting those links as we go here. And what are the type of casings you're using here to stuff into?
These are actually pork casings.
Okay. Amazing. That's exactly how they should look. Yeah. The color looks good. The texture in there looks good. In fact, the last time I saw sausage being made this way was back in England. When you go to local butchers over there in England and in the UK, you'll see this happening all the time. And I was telling Chef before, some of the butchers you go into over there is so many varieties of sausage you can get. You can literally walk into some places and there'll be 100 different sausages available to buy.
Okay, we're going to take this for the sake of time. We're going to take these and we're going to put them in boiling water to start the cooking process so that we'll have some to cook for you.
Okay. So we're gonna part cook them in boiling water, and then we're gonna finish them on the grill. Is that right?
That's correct. But for what we're gonna do, we're gonna do it in a skillet.
Okay.
The same way you may do it at home. So we're gonna do it right in the skillet.
Okay. This is just for testing purposes here for us today. So make sure we've got this recipe right again. We want to cook this off as quick as we can, so we can do another taste test, basically.
Okay. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take the banger out of the boiling water. The reason we like to boil it is that it helps release any extra grease that may be into the meat. Just a little trick of the trade. And we just put a little bit of oil in our skillet. So now we're gonna put it in here and fry it up. At this point it should be almost done. So we're gonna fry it up, get some nice browning on it. And if we did it right, hopefully we should get a nice pop, blistering on the banger.
That's where it gets its name, bangers, from. Now, I have read online though that name comes from during the Second World War in the UK, because meat wasn't so readily available. They used to put extra things in there to kind of fill those sausages out, and that's where the bang came from, because there wasn't so much meat in there.
Really?
Now with these obviously we've got a lot. This is how it should be.
Yes.
So yes, they'll probably split a little bit, but you might not get that bang like you would do with those type of sausages. These are good. These are going to be good. I can already smell that. That smells like it should.
Smells amazing.
Yeah.
While this is cooking, Maria is preparing mashed potatoes and a little onion gravy.
Yep.
And it's traditionally served with green peas, onion gravy, and what am I leaving out? Mashed potatoes.
All right. So how's it looking, Chef?
It's looking done.
All
So
right.
you know we got the burst there from the banger.
Yep.
So we're gonna take it and serve it over our onion gravy with our mashed potatoes and peas.
Yep. And the mashed potato is homemade here,
Yes,
and
it
so
is.
is the onion gravy.
Yes, it is.
All right, so we are going to get to try this right now and just make sure that we've got this right. So, it's tender, that's for sure. Hopefully it's cooled down enough for me to try. I'm going to do a little bit of the potato with the sausage.
Thank you.
That's good, Chef.
Outstanding.
Yeah. That is really good. You can probably tell from the smile on my face that I'm very happy right now.
It's our goal, make us happy, right?
Yeah, that is really good. I think we cracked it, Chef.
Outstanding.
Yeah. Yeah, the texture, I mean, it's really tender. And the flavor you get from that gravy when you mix it, when you mix that with the sausage and everything together. Yeah.
Does it remind you of home?
It certainly does. It certainly does remind me of home. This is a traditional dish served at home, like my mom used to make it for us when we come home from school on a winter's day. This is our comfort dish right here. It's, you know, raining like it does, like everyone thinks it does in England. It doesn't really, but it does a lot more than it does here. Actually, this weather we've been getting this week is more like we get over in England, is all this rain. But that, when we come home after school and have that for dinner, it's just fantastic comfort food. That's our comfort food dish right there. And thanks a lot, Chef, for helping us get it to this point. And Maria also, I mean, supreme sausage stuffer right there. It's very exciting. You can tell I'm very excited about this. Residents, please come down to Stories and order this. hopefully come into the restaurant and sit down and enjoy this meal with your friends and even hopefully your family soon. But order this dish, you're gonna really love it. It's fantastic. You tell me what you think of that.
Put a little bit of mashed potatoes, the bangers. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's good, isn't it?
Real.
You guys
Yeah,
did a great
The
job.
texture is definitely different than your traditional sausage.
Yeah, it's a lot finer, and it's really tender. Like I said, it's really tender. When you cut into that, I mean, it just cuts really easy.
Very good. Good job, Maria.
Thank you, Chef. My pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you guys did a fantastic job with this. I know there's been a process to get to this point. You've watched all the video now. We've been coming back here several times to get this recipe right for you guys, and I really hope that you guys try it and enjoy this. And we'd like to get some feedback from you, from the residents, when we guys. We'd like to hear from the residents.
Yes.
Let us know what you think about it, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. And
Please come out and see us.
yeah, come out to the restaurants and enjoy a meal with your friends. All right, thanks guys. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.